like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain.
Hey guys, and welcome into tonight's live. How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Well, welcome on in. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hubby's watching too. I just saw that. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, hubby. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody in the chat. I saw we had Ladybug in here and everybody. Hey, DM, how you doing? This is going to be very interesting. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Went from I was going to do a live on the IGG to a bunch of stuff came out today, and I was like, well, we've got a lot to talk about. So if you don't know, I'll be the one to tell you. Hey, Frenchie. Hey, Catherine. Welcome in. Hey, CJK. Hey, Willows. I'll try to go fast. Hey, baby girl. Try to say hello to everybody. Hey, Monchichi. Welcome on in. Michael's in here. Has it been raining? It has actually been pretty nice. Hey, Tony. Welcome in there. Hey, Shells. Princess House is here. Frenchie. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Jessica. Welcome in. I'm trying to go fast but see everybody at the same time. Hey, Crafty One. Hey, Courtney. Is it hey? Hi? Might be. Karate? I never turn up on time. Who has that? Is that Mr. Rosebud in disguise? Or wait, no, it's not Mr. Rosebud that says it. Who is it says it? Now I can't remember. Princess Meg Elsa again. But trying to think of who says that. There's a couple people that do. Hey, Ministry of Defense. Hey, Kaylee. We got 2 Princess Megan. Well, we have 2 Princess Elsas in here tonight. We have a Megan Elsa and a Princess Elsa. Gonna get me all tongue-tied with that. Hey, Naomi. It's good to see everybody in here. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Jesse's girl. Hey, Jet Set J. Hey, is she? Just walked in the door. It's time to relax. Time to relax. Well, welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. We have some stuff to go over tonight, so we'll get right into it. I do have some notes up here just in case, so I don't forget anything, because there's a lot. I mean, when I say a lot, there's not. I mean, it's coming at us. It's coming out. So we went over yesterday the closed hearing, and we went over some documents, and tonight, and we went over a interview that they came out with on Dateline. They were like giving us a sneak peek. Well, they gave us another sneak peek, but it's an even bigger sneak peek. So we'll watch both of those again tonight. We'll watch the other one, just in case you didn't get to catch it. And then we'll watch the newest one that just came out today. But we do have a lot to talk about in preparation for tomorrow's Dateline episode, which is going to air it's going to be over the Idaho 4 murders, of course, and it's going to air 9 Central, so 9 Eastern Standard Time. And so if you want to watch that, I believe it's on NBC, Dateline NBC. So but before we do that, there were some documents that came out today. I'm going to go just double check, because they have a different time zone than us. I don't want anything to pop up and we didn't see it. Nope. Okay. We're still good. There was only one that came out that had that wasn't a like sealing or redacting of something. So I figured I would read over it with you guys tonight. And it is from the state's notice of penalty phase. And let me pull it up here so that everybody can see it. There we go. Hey, Manny V. Hey, Cat K. Hey, Sweetly Morbid. It's good to see everyone. I say that a lot. I know I do. I'm going to start saying, what is it? My pleasure here before too long, like they do at Chick-fil-A. So I didn't get a chance I didn't highlight this one because it was a short document, but it's the state's notice of penalty phase, lay witnesses, and requests for victim impact statement. And if you're wondering what a lay witness is, I looked it up for you. Lay witnesses are typically individuals who are present at the scene of the incident, were involved in the circumstances leading to the case, or possesses knowledge that could shed light on the case's facts. So that's what a lay witness is. Comes now the state of Idaho by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney, and hereby provides notice that the state does not intend to call any lay witnesses during the penalty phase. Rather, the state intends to rely on testimony and evidence submitted during the guilt phase. The state does not intend to afford victims the opportunity to present impact statements during the penalty phase. So during the penalty phase, they are saying that they are going to, that's where the victims are going to be able to come up and give their, victims impact statements. And it says the state does not intend to afford victims the opportunity to present impact statements during the penalty phase. Both Article 1 and Section 22 of the Idaho Constitution and Idaho Code 19-5306 guarantees a victim's right to be heard upon request at all criminal proceedings considering sentencing. The state moves for the immediate family members identified in State's Exhibit S1 attached to State's motion in Lemmy, immediate family members in courtroom filed on February 24th, 2025, to be allowed to present victim impact statements during any penalty phase in the above titled case. Moving right along, aren't they? This is in support of IC 19-2515, Section 5, Article A. I think that's how that reads. Which states as follows: evidence concerning the victim and the impact that the death of the victim has had on the victim's family is relevant and admissible. Such evidence shall be designed to demonstrate the victim's uniqueness as an individual human being and the resultant loss of the community by the victim's death. Characterizations and opinions about the crime, the defendant, and the appropriate sentence shall not be permitted as part of any victim impact evidence. The state previously disclosed a penalty phase expert witness. See state supplemental response to request for discovery regarding penalty phase experts dated January 27th, 2025. And they submitted this yesterday, but they just now put it out today. So, this is for the victim's impact statements. I'm assuming that this court is going to have a certain amount of like people that they allow to have like to go up there and talk, I would say, because that's what they did in Lori Vallow's trial. Remember, they weren't going to let I can't think of JJ's. It would have been JJ's dad, pretty much. Can't think of his name. Kay's husband. They were wasn't it they weren't going to let him talk or something during that? No, that's just crazy. So, like I said, Dateline has come out with a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about tonight, but also TMZ and People Magazine are reporting on some stuff. So, and that wasn't in the Dateline trailer, but they said that it's going to be in the Dateline episode. So I don't know whether they have like an insider that knows about this, has seen it themselves because this is a pre-recorded video, or maybe they're just giving us a bunch of smoke and mirrors. I don't know. We're going to read about it though. We're going to read about it. It's pretty descriptive. Let me say. Let me say. Those glasses are giving me a headache. So it's saying that Bryan Kohberger searched online for Ted Bundy and non-consensual, and I can't even say this word on YouTube, pornography in weeks surrounding Idaho murders. I'll highlight it. Thanks, Ladybug. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, hit that like button for me. It really does help the channel. We just went over the differences and similarities between Ted Bundy and Bryan Kohberger like a few nights ago. So that's pretty crazy. You think? I think. But let's read through this and let's see what they say. So it says here, NBC, actually, I'll just read this down here because it'll probably say it all through here, right? It should. Okay. Bryan Kohberger allegedly searched online for Ted Bundy as well as pornography depicting non-consensual in the weeks before and after 4 University of Idaho students were stabbed to death at an off-campus home, according to a report from NBC News, which cites police documents. The network reports that Kohberger allegedly searched for pornography, and the keywords that he searched were, didn't I say the Google searches? Didn't I say the Google searches? Oh my God. These are like, okay. Forced, passed out, rugged, and sleeping. Now, those keywords, it's a lot of keywords. Wonder if anyone else is reporting on this shit. Let's see. Just want to know. People, TMZ. Let's see. E-Online. Okay. Some people are reporting on it. Okay. So Bryan Kohberger allegedly searched online. I've already read that part. Going down here. So the words that he searched for. I mean, forced, passed out, rugged, and sleeping. And those are just 2 of the new allegations that will be revealed about the case on the new episode of Dateline this Friday at 9 p.m. And don't worry, I'll be watching it and I'll be taking notes. So, and I'll be on right afterwards. The Bundy search could have been related to Kohberger's role as a teacher's assistant in an introductory level criminal criminology class, a job he held both before and after the murders. It could have also been a way for him to find the opid his mother wrote about the serial killer in 1999, which later went viral after her son's arrest. And I'm going to actually show that to you really quick. So we're going to go over to here. Okay, so this is Bryan Kohberger's mother wrote in this newspaper about Ted Bundy's execution in 1989. Okay. Cheering the hearse, Brooklyn. And her name's down here, Mary Ann Kohberger. Brooklyn, perhaps one of the saddest camaraderies on mankind was evident during the execution of Theodore Bundy. While no sane, compassionate individual would excuse the atrocities committed by this man, neither would any sane individual applaud the passing of his funeral hearse. What have we become? Is this taking of a human life acceptable when the state takes responsibility for it? So that's what Brian's mom has to think and has to say about the death penalty. So, by that time, Kohberger was incarcerated and did not have access to a cell phone or computer. Referring to, this is supposed to be 89. So, NBC News also obtained video footage of a car similar to the one driven by Kohberger that was taken both before and after the fatal stabbings of Madison, Mogan, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan on November 13th, 2022. And I'll show you the video of the that they're going to release, the surveillance video. The four were stabbed to death inside the home that Mogan, Gonzalez, and Kernodle shared with their two surviving roommates. The probable cause affidavit alleges that authorities linked Kohberger to the killings after running traces of DNA found on a knife sheath through genetic genealogy sites to identify a relative. Police also traced the location of Kohberger's cell phone on the night of the murders. NBC reports that cell phone tower data and records reviewed by the FBI expert allegedly show Kohberger's phone connected to a tower providing coverage within 100 meters of the murder house 23 times over 4 months. And 100 meters is 328 feet or 109 yards, so a little more than a football field. If you're curious to know. Oh, my cat's getting up. He might want out. The phone always connected after sunset, according to the report, and the last recorded visit occurred just 6 days before the killings. So the phone always connected after sunset. That's what we've heard from the prosecution. And the last recorded visit occurred just 6 days before the killings. I'll let my cat out. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Is Rapper in here? Oh. I'll say, because you know how he be. You know how he be sometimes. Hey, Aries. And if anyone needs me to repeat anything, let me know, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So, we'll go back over it too, because we're gonna watch the video. But police also traced the location of Kohberger's cell phone. I already read that. Sorry, 23 times over 4 months. The phone always connected. I read that already. After sunset. In a motion laying out his alibi, Kohberger's lawyer, Ann Taylor, said the suspect was out driving by himself on the night of the murders and that he did not kill the 4 victims. Kohberger's murder trial is set to go underway August 11th in Ada County after the defense successfully petitioned for a change of venue. If convicted, he could be sentenced to death. The murder suspect previously told the public defender who represented him after his arrest in Pennsylvania that he expects to be exonerated at trial. He declined to enter a plea in an Idaho courtroom when he was formally charged with the 4 counts of murder, so the judge entered a not guilty plea for him. He wouldn't even stand up. Latah County Prosecutor William Thompson and Taylor, who are prohibited from making extrajudicial statements about the case under a non-dissemination order filed just days after Kohberger's arrest, did not respond to a request for comment. It's so crazy that we're getting this information, though, you know? It's like, who knows who, you know? Who knows who? Hey, BJ. I thought I saw someone else. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Oh, Dreaming of Blue Skies. That's what I saw. So let's just go back up here for a minute. I mean, if you think about it, he waited until the wee hours of the morning until most of these, if not all of the victims, you know, were sleeping, except for exception of Xana. So that could be maybe what he was like looking for in a way. If he is Googling these phrases, these keywords. Or, you know, oh, you missed some stuff. So we got Kohberger allegedly searching for pornography with the keywords forced, passed out, rugged, and sleeping. We have him Googling about Ted Bundy. Don't know if it was for a project. Don't know if it was for his, you know, pleasure. And let's go back. Oh, and then his mom, we know now, which we knew before, she's totally against the death penalty. Because, you know, how could they do that to Theodore? Old Theodore. I wonder how old his mom is. She's in her late 60s, actually. She had her kids late. Okay, so this is the video that I was telling you about. It's like a little over 5 minutes long, and it gives us a little bit of a, you know, sneak peek into what's going on. So I'm gonna pause it here and there because there's gonna be some new stuff that we're gonna hear, but I also will play it like through for you guys too.
In this house,
Actually, maybe we'll play this part through once and then we'll go back. That's what we'll do.
From campus, in the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, 4 University of Idaho students, Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were stabbed to death. Their accused killer, Bryan Kohberger, faces trial this summer. He's pleaded not guilty. For the last 2.5 years, Dateline has been on the ground, reporting, gathering, and learning from people with direct knowledge of the case. We've obtained things that have never before been seen publicly, like these security videos from a camera on a house near the murder scene, videos that show a white sedan, a car that investigators believe was driven by Bryan Kohberger, making repeated passes at the King Road house that night before the murders. With evidence like this and our reporting, we have assembled a timeline for the weeks, months, and days before and after the murders. Starting with a pool party Kohberger attended in July, just after he moved to the area in pursuit of his PhD in criminology. An exclusive interview with a woman who exchanged numbers with Kohberger, then did not return his text.
You know, the universe intervened and for whatever reason just distracted me from further engaging in that interaction.
We'll also reveal records from Kohberger's cell phone that are in the possession of law enforcement and Google searches regarding the serial killer Ted Bundy. We have also seen these: dozens of photos in Kohberger's cell phone, browsing history, women from Washington State and the University of Idaho, including close friends of the King Road victims. Dateline has also obtained records showing the details of what an FBI cell phone expert has claimed to be in the month before the murders, 23 occasions when Kohberger's phone connected to a cell tower, providing coverage to within 100 meters of the house at 1122 King Road. And in the hours after the murders, details of the timing of phone calls Bryan Kohberger made to a phone linked to his parents just before the controversial selfie he took. And we'll talk to the mother whose daughter was supposed to be staying in the house the night of the murders, but a change of plans may have saved her daughter's life. How soon was it that you thought, my God, she was going to be there?
I didn't think about that right away.
Huh.
All I could think about was the kids.
Makes you sad too, doesn't it?
It does. Sorry.
So many
Okay, so I'm gonna like pause it there because he just starts talking a little bit more, but it's not about like that's a lot, you know. Hey, Lord Mama, it's a lot. And hello, Ryan, welcome in. Hey, Warfare. You can see it is. Oh yeah, like okay. So the only time I can really tell what kind of car it is, or if it's any kind of like, I'm not good at seeing stuff like that. That's why, I'm not in the FBI or anything. But it's like when it's coming around the corner, you can see like the tail end of it, like because the lights are kind of bright. But that I told y'all that little doorbell or that little light bulb camera is where it's at. I think that thing was like $16. We got the same exact one as the one that recorded. It's in the closet right now. But I mean, it records pretty well. I told Vincent we should put it outside so we can see the bird, see what the bird's doing. So I'm going to go back so that we can listen to this again, and then I can pause it because I didn't want to pause it on you guys. I wanted you guys to be able to watch it all the way through and kind of get an idea of what they're going to say and like what surprised you the most. Because when I watched this earlier, I was surprised by a lot.
In this house, just steps from campus, in the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, 4 University of Idaho students, Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Gernodal, and Ethan Chapin, were stabbed to death. Their accused killer, Bryan Kohberger, faces trial this summer. He's pleaded not guilty. For the last 2.5 years, Dateline has been on the ground, reporting, gathering, and learning from people with direct knowledge of the case. We've obtained things that have never before been seen publicly, like...
Okay, I think I have actually a video. People over on Twitter are helping us out. Let me see. Oops, I didn't mean to stop sharing it with you. Let's try that again. Okay, let's go back to X. Okay. Nerdy Attic had it. Where we can watch it like on a loop for a second. See when the car's coming around the corner, or maybe even right there, like right here. You have to have a really good eye though. And then it leaves and then it comes back. I wonder if this has the time on it anywhere. I forget. Because I actually took a snapshot of this earlier. I'll have to look. But yeah, I mean, they're going to be able to tell what kind of car it is. And, yeah, baby girl. Yeah, they'll have like so much. Yeah. Hey, Kiki. Welcome in. Oh, it means it is finished. Like it was the last words that, Jesus said on the cross. It means new beginnings. Thanks for asking. A lot of people probably wonder that. No one's ever asked. But that's what it means. Thanks for asking. It means new beginnings. See, I don't know. I'm not good at this because, I've got one eye. Now see, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this game. Do you guys see it? Because you guys are going to see it before I see it. I'm oh my God. Vincent today we saw a job thing for the FBI, and I was like, you don't have to have any background for that? I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I was like, he's like, no, you have to be your bachelor's. I was like, oh. Like, do you see, like, does this look like a Hyundai Elantra to you guys? Like, does that look like Kohberger's car? I'm not very good at seeing stuff. I just kind of paused it where I thought maybe y'all could see it a little better, but okay. I'll stop playing it now. I think I played it like 4 times over, 5 times over. Okay, so I wanted to go back and share this. Okay, and then we'll play it on. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to bust out your eardrums there.
Security videos from
Oh, and sorry, and you can tell that this is from the 1112 King Road house because of the angle of the camera. It's that light bulb camera. If you guys aren't aware, it's the light bulb camera that they had. It was black, and you can see the little pumpkins on the front porch there. Those are like little things that shows that it was this. It's the 1122 or 1112. Sorry, King Road, the one that's adjacent to the 1122 King Road.
from a camera on a house near the murder scene. Videos that show a white sedan, a car that investigators believe was driven by Bryan Kohberger, making repeated passes at the King Road house that night before the murders. With evidence like this and our reporting, we have assembled a timeline for the weeks, months, and days before and after the murders. Starting with a pool party Kohberger attended in July, just after he moved to the area in pursuit of his PhD in criminology.
So that is either the girl with the tattoo, the dragon tattoo, or the one that because the girl that we listened to last night, and we'll listen to it again. But it's either the girl with the dragon tattoo or her friend that ends up doing an interview with them.
An exclusive interview with a woman who exchanged numbers with
Sure.
Kohberger, then did not return his text.
The universe intervened and for whatever reason just distracted me from further engaging in that interaction.
We'll also reveal
Wait till you hear the text he sent her. It was very formal.
records from Kohberger's cell phone that are in the possession of law enforcement, and Google searches regarding the serial killer Ted Bundy. We have also seen these: dozens of photos in Kohberger's cell phone, browsing history, women from Washington State and the University of Idaho, including close friends of the King Road victims. Dateline has also obtained records showing the details of what an FBI cell phone expert has claimed to be in the month before the murders, 23 occasions when Kohberger's phone connected to a cell tower, providing coverage to within 100 meters of the house at 1122 King Road. And in the hours after the murders, details of the timing of phone calls Bryan Kohberger made to a phone linked to his parents just before the controversial selfie he took. And we'll talk to the mother whose daughter was supposed to be staying in the house the night of the murders, but a change of plans may have saved her daughter's life.
How soon was it that you thought, my God, she was going to be there?
I didn't think about that right away.
Huh.
All I could think about was the kids.
Makes you sad too, doesn't it?
It does. Sorry.
So many damaged families. Angela Nevejas told us that her daughter, Ashlyn, Maddie Mogan's best friend, moved away from Idaho and now refuses to come home to visit because of the trauma associated with the murders. She's hoping some of that may change and Ashlyn will start to grieve after Bryan Kohberger's trial. Back to you, Greg and Savannah.
Such a heartbreaking story. Keith, thank you. And we know
Thank
we'll have
you.
more on Dateline. We'll look forward to that. I want to turn now to NBC senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett, who's here. You follow this very closely too. And now we're starting to see some of
It was when he was circling, but I can't remember the exact time. But on here it's saying 3:30 something. Thank you for the $4.99 Southern-ish or Ishy. Now that we've changed our name, I was trying to look because I was trying to look. Jay did a video earlier, and it just says 3:3, and it's cut off. And then I took a screenshot of it earlier. Let me see if I can remember where I put it. God, is it not like it's not like in my recents? Yeah, there it is. Mine says 3 something too. But did it say it on here? Well, we'll have to go back. Okay, we're right here. It just says 3. Oh, wait, here we go. 3:56:30. 3:56:29. 3:40. It's like all different times. Okay, yeah. It starts at like 3:33 to 4:07. Yep, 4:07:03. Wow, yep. 4:07:04. I'm about to get that affidavit out.
Here, but there are defenses that Kohberger's team can offer. It's just a question if the jury finds them convincing. So on the white sedan, for instance, nobody sees Kohberger get in and out of that car. Nobody even sees him leave the house. All you have is a surviving roommate seeing bushy eyebrows, but not actually IDing Kohberger there. On the cell phone tower, they can put up an expert to say cell phone towers are not that accurate. We already know that they're going to say he liked to drive around at night, and so there's nothing that suggests that he was actually casing the joint, as that's basically the prosecution's theory there. Googling Ted Bundy, that does not look good, right? Objectively, that does not look good, but he's a criminology student. It's not a crime to Google serial killers.
Laura Jarrett doing her best defense attorney this morning. And you know, you find in trials, you know, any particular piece of evidence can be batted down, but sometimes it's the totality of the evidence.
Of course, the biggest piece is that his DNA is found in the crime scene, and the defense is going to have to try
according
to explain that, according to prosecutors.
What about motive, Laura? The fact that even now, a couple years after the murders themselves, no motive has been presented.
I think I've always found that curious. Jurors like to attach to a story, and I think they're going to want to at least hear what the state has to offer on that. And I think by the time we get to trial, prosecutors are going to have something. Was it stalking? Did he target them? They're going to want to understand what the prosecution's theory is. Why did he pick these particular students?
But they don't have, do they have to?
No, they do not have to offer a motive. We should be clear about that. That's not a part of the case, but I'm just saying as they're laying it out to flesh it out, they might want to.
Makes sense, Laura. Thank you so much. Sure. And Craig getting his court TV on. I love it.
I love being sandwiched between two lawyers.
I know, and I'm proud of you. You're like, they motivate.
I was trying to look through here, but my head is hurting a little bit. I'm not seeing it. Looks like right here. Like I was trying to find where they were like in my experience and all that, because it's not going to be on there, but okay. My dog is snoring in the background. It's making me laugh. But this is tomorrow, Friday, 9 Central. So we usually do our lives at 9:15. I'll be on at like 10 or 10:15 to do it instead. That way I can write down all the notes and give them to you if you guys don't get that where you live. So I wanted to go back over. So Ashlyn Couch, apparently, she was supposed to be there the night that all of this happened. She's the girl. She's one of Maddie's other, best friends, I guess you would call her. Where was it at? I had her interview. So did I just exit out of it? I might have. I wanted to show you guys her interview. I'll just pull it back up. Okay. But here we go. Yeah, I just accidentally exit out of this a minute ago. But this is Ashlyn Couch. This is the roommate of one of the she's going to be the roommate of the murdered Idaho students. But she was supposed to move in to the King Road house, and she never did. So she escaped, death that way. And then she was supposed to be there that night, and she didn't go and escape that way. I mean, she's very lucky, very, very lucky.
Idaho College murder case, we're now hearing from a former roommate who once lived at the house where the killings took place. Kana Whitworth is here in the studio with us and has more. Good morning to you, Kana.
Now, I know my shirt looks like PJs. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But Kana Whitworth, does her outfit look like PJs? Yeah, they call her a best friend of Mogan's, Maddie's. That's why I was getting ready to say, but her and Kaylee are best friends, but I think she was one of her other best friends.
Robin, good morning. So Ashlyn Couch moved out of that house on.
I think she looks like she's wearing her PJs. I don't know. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's the I don't know, the jacket. Vincent says something about my shirt has stripes.
King Road months before her friends were murdered. And this morning, she shares the memories, both happy and haunting, including the moment she got that vandal alert that changed everything.
I mean, I couldn't even walk to my car in the dark for months after, it happened.
Fear lingering with Ashlyn Couch after her friends were stabbed to death in their off-campus home in Moscow, Idaho, a home where she too once lived.
It crosses my mind more that could have happened while I was there. And, you never know like how long someone is watching your house.
The 6th bedroom on King Road was hers. And now this morning, she's speaking out for the first time on camera since Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and her boyfriend Ethan Chapin were murdered in November of 2022. Ashlyn initially signed the lease to live in the popular off-campus home, telling our station KXLY that she moved out in May of 2022 after graduating the semester before. But she stayed close with the girl, Maddie, sharing the last message she sent to her after getting an alert from the University of Idaho that there had been a suspected homicide.
I texted like our group of friends and I just had said, has anyone heard from Maddie? And I remember like my last text message to her was like, are you okay? And I feel like right then and there, I kind of just knew that something was wrong.
The man charged with their murders, Bryan Kohberger, a judge entering a not guilty plea on his behalf as his defense team says he was out driving that cold November night, as he often did, to hike or stargaze. But prosecutors allegedly linking Kohberger to the heinous crimes through DNA left on the button strap of a knife sheath found underneath Maddie.
You wish that you could just say goodbye. And that's one thing that I just wish that I could do at least one more time is like, just give her one last hug just to be able to say goodbye.
Now, the home that they shared has been torn down. The next hearing in this case is May 14th, and Kohberger's attorney.
Okay. That was a little bit of an older video. So, hey there, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, Nash Native, welcome in. Hey, Jenny. It's good to see everybody. And nice pajamas, right, Chris? I mean, I think they're pretty snazzy. She could be doing the Zoom from home. Yeah, you never know. They cut to her and it's like not really her. It's like kind of like my cardboard Nancy. It could be. She is the voice behind the Idaho Killings podcast that we watch. So that is her. I don't know if you guys were here last night and got to see this, but it's a Dateline exclusive. It's going to be played tomorrow on the show. I guess that there's more to the video than what we are getting, but I wanted to show it to you guys again because it's part of the Dateline episode. And just in case you guys didn't see my pre-recorded video earlier today, or you guys didn't get a chance to see this on your own, you can watch it now with us. So it's like 1 minute and 23 seconds long. And basically, this is the girl that was at the Grove, the pool party that he went with Christian, and he met a couple girls at the pool party. One of them had like a dragon or a snake or some sort of tattoo on her leg. I think it was a dragon. And then her friend, and he walked up to them and asked them like, hey, can I have your phone number, or got her phone number somehow, and then looked to her friend and was like, can I have your number too? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. And he got both their numbers, I guess. And he walked away all like smoothly. I don't know. But I guess this is one of the girls that she said that she gave her number to him at the Grove. So I'm assuming that she's one of the two. I'm assuming he didn't get a third number at the Grove. Maybe he did. But I don't think he did. I think this is one of the girls. Oh, I have the volume off.
Started chatting with this guy. I was kind of mingling and socializing and started chatting with this guy. And he had told me that he had just moved and he was starting his PhD.
Ollie had that in common with Bryan Kohberger. She'd also moved away from home to work on a graduate degree, hers in plant science.
I definitely felt a little obligated to chat with him because to me, he seemed a little awkward, kind of like you might expect for a PhD student who didn't know anyone at the party and was maybe trying his best to kind of get out there and be social and make friends.
Ollie told Bryan about a hiking group she was part of, and then she did something that still makes her shiver a little.
he had put his number into my phone, and then I had texted him my name.
It was the very next day, the day after the pool party, when Holly's cell phone buzzed. A message from Bryan Kohberger.
The wording of the text as I look back on it is kind of peculiar.
Here it is, the actual text sent July 10th, 2022 at 1:19 p.m. Quote, "Hey, I'm pretty sure we spoke about hiking trips yesterday. I really enjoy that activity, so please let me know. Thanks."
It was almost overly formal. I really enjoy that activity, so, can you follow up with me about that?
If somebody rolled up to me at a party or whatever it may be and was like, "Can I have your number?" I'd probably be like, no, because I mean, you're gonna have to work more. You're gonna have to work harder than that to get my phone number. But if you send me a message, like that's my favorite activity. It's a little weird. I mean, he was 28. We got to remember that, right? It wasn't like he was 20 or 15 or, I mean, he was 28. Man. If anyone's went missing on hiking trails, at the I don't even know how to say it, park, maybe. So none of the victims, so we don't know. I've heard mixed things, but I don't think we know for sure if any of the victims were there. Now, if we do hear that one of the victims were there, that'd be really that'd be insane. But it was at the Grove. It was a party he went with Christian Martinez. It is a red flag. Yeah, but I guess I can't say I wouldn't, because then how do you make friends? I mean, everyone's a stranger. You know what I mean? At some point, kind of like in a way. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I get what you guys are saying, get to know someone first, for a minute before you give out your number, which you definitely should do that. I don't think I've ever just had someone walk up to me and been like, "Can I have your number?" And I was like, "Yeah, here you go." I don't think I've ever done anything like that. But I have, given my number, I guess, or almost, they weren't they were more of acquaintances, I guess you would say. I used to give them 1-800-GET-LOST. There used to be a phone number back in the day that you could give them, and it was I forget the number. You could give this to guys, and it sounded like a real number. It was I just had different, I don't know, it had weird digits, but it didn't have 1-800 or anything, you know what I mean? And so people would call it and it'd be this is the declining hotline. I don't know what it would say, but he does have a creepy vibe. No shame. No shame in his game. Right? Google numbers that's what they're made for. She could have been his victim. She could have, yeah. Awesome town, Matt. Some people have no game. Yeah. Not even a little bit. Didn't even try a little. We knew about the pool party before. We've known about the pool party for a long time. He was stalking early on, you think, in your opinion? The rejection hotline, yeah. It was here you go. Hold on a second. I forget my phone number. It's a new phone. I don't know what you would say. I never had to really give it. I think I gave it out to one person, but I always had the greatest friends. I'd be like, "Oh, I'll give you her number. Hold on a second. You want her phone number?" I'm just kidding. They never did that. I would have beat them. They would have. So Nancy Grace did an hourly update on this, but it's not on this part of the case because she hasn't gotten her claws into this yet. It's too new. It's too fresh. What I was telling you earlier about the Dateline. So this is about the what we were going over last night about the judge orders on the mental health evaluation. He did say that the prosecution can have a mental health evaluation done on Bryan Kohberger, but they can't do a personality test because that I think can mess with his Fifth Amendment right. So, but we'll play this, and as this is playing, so it's not just like nothing. I'll put up some pictures of like Kohberger or something. So give you something to look at.
Crime Alert, hourly update, breaking crime news now.
I'm Nicole Parton. An Idaho judge has rejected a request from prosecutors to perform personality assessments on Bryan Kohberger, the primary suspect in a quadruple murder case. But state prosecutors will have Bryan Kohberger undergo a mental health evaluation soon. This is ordered by the judge. This decision is part of the state's effort to verify claims that Kohberger has autism, obsessive compulsive disorder, and ADHD. The judge also ruled that Kohberger's attorneys will not be permitted in the room during the evaluation. Here's Nancy Grace weighing in with Megan Kelly on the recent developments.
The only way it would be relevant is if they noted quirky or odd behavior when he takes a stand. So if you want to bring it in, then sure, but he'll have to take the stand because just sitting there, I don't see any relevance. However, if there is a guilty verdict and it goes to sentencing, I believe the judge will relent and bring in, if there is any expert that says he is autistic, to diminish his capacity to commit a crime. Now, will it diminish his capacity to commit a crime? No, that's a big no. Why? This guy is a PhD student. He has made stellar grades. He is actually teaching other students. He is not going to be deemed incapable or incompetent to commit a crime.
Kohberger faces first-degree murder charges for the deaths of 4 University of Idaho students, Kaylee Gonglaves, 21, Zana Kernoodle, 20, Madison Mogan, 21, and Ethan Chapin, 20. Additionally, he has been charged with a felony count of burglary. In a ruling issued just yesterday, Judge Stephen Hippler cited time limitations as the reason for denying the state's request for personality testing. He noted that any new diagnosis or finding from such testing could lead to the necessity for further evaluations, which would extend the timeline of the case. Hippler expressed concern that administering a personality test could reveal, quote, new mental health diagnosis that Kohberger has not previously disclosed, potentially infringing on his legal rights since he only waived privacy concerning conditions he has acknowledged. As a result, Kohberger's defense team will not be allowed to present evidence suggesting he has a, quote, personality disorder. The judge also extended the deadline for prosecutors to disclose their rebuttal evidence, giving them additional time to complete a behavioral health assessment. This step is crucial as prosecutors aim to counter defense claims that Kohberger has autism, obsessive compulsive disorder, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The judge set May 27 as the deadline for the completion of this report, while also stating that Kohberger's defense team will not be permitted to attend the mental health examination. In a separate ruling, Hippler affirmed that Kohberger's immediate family members could remain in the courtroom throughout the trial, despite plans for prosecutors to call some of them as witnesses. In a previous ruling in April, Hippler dismissed 2 motions from Kohberger's defense team seeking to eliminate the possibility of the death penalty in the case. During the hearing on April 9, the defense argued that the extensive and disorganized discovery provided by prosecutors warranted the exclusion of capital punishment. In his response, Hippler indicated that Kohberger's concerns about the volume of discovery were unconceivable. He remarked, quote, Kohberger has been receiving discovery in the same manner for over 2 years, emphasizing that Kohberger has not sought additional resources for help to manage the evidence. Notably, his lead attorney had requested to take on a second high-profile death penalty case despite extensive documentation involved in this case. Jury selection is set to start in July. More crime and justice news after this.
Geico gives you more coverage on.
A man from Kentucky has been taken into custody after his 2 teenage sons were discovered dead.
Well, I thought we were going to hear more than that. Sorry about that. That wasn't worth it, was it? That wasn't worth less listening to that. Let me put down the banner. She didn't like, yeah, she didn't like us. That lady, she was saying some name drop. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. What are we at? 55 minutes. Did we really get through everything? I think we did. Other than like, I mean, I could play this other video. Let me make sure. Just double check. Former student, we did that. So we did the former student. So he was making searches. Let me look at, let's do the TMZ articles. Let's see if, I think that's the only other one that was really big. Let's see if it has it on the front. It's not on the front cover. Should be. What does it say? Okay. TMC. So he was making internet searches for non-consensual corn, with the other word, with the P. And he was using keywords: forced, passed out, drugged, and sleeping. So it says, and then he also searched for Ted Bundy. Do you think that could be like, I don't know. Why? Like, do you think Ted Bundy could be like the reason why he did this? An infatuation with Ted Bundy? Hey, B. Marsh. Right, Micro? Man, a salad bar used to kick ass. I know that's like totally off topic. I'm always like, stay on topic. I can't help it. It was good. This is, yeah. So I guess People Magazine and TMZ reported on that. And it's supposed to be on with that Dateline episode tomorrow. Like, I don't know if someone had seen the Dateline episode already and knew like what else was in there. And I don't know if that's all that's going to be in there. And then that's like, we just saw everything. But either way, I'll come on and we'll talk about all of it. Whatever they talk about on there. I know that one of them, I just don't know which one it is. Okay, so I remember we streamed Dateline and then we streamed 2020 one time, right? And one of them just took the monetization off, and that was fine, right? That's no hits my channel. I'm cool. But the other one, I remember it was the only time I've ever gotten a strike on my channel, and them stupid 2020 people. I think it was 2020, I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna look, see if I can look really quick. Because it will be in my like live videos all the way at the end, pretty much. I think actually let's go to, maybe if we get this playlist. I wish you could go all the way to the end. Might take me a second to get there. Because I remember I still have them like there. Okay, hold on. What's this? Oh no, that's just nothing. I could have sworn I saw them not too long ago. So why is this? Oh wait, it's because I went backwards. How did that happen? How did that happen? Okay, let's see. It's not on the first page. I don't want to have to like go through all the pages. Hey, here we go. What's this? Why was this? Apparently, News Nation got me for my whole video back in the day for like their 5-minute clip, but they never do that. I thought I found it, but it's not it. No. I don't know which way I was going now. Shoot. I'm not seeing it. But I'll keep looking. I'll look through them, and if I can find it, then maybe we can play it. If it's not, like, if I just have to take the monetization off, that's fine, but I just want to make sure that's all I have to do. And you can't, like, search your videos, like, really, I don't think. You have to just go through them. Wait, right here is Dateline. Idaho 4 Dateline special, what happens on Monday? And there's nothing wrong with the video. Let's see. Oh, I think I just had the wait, no? Okay. Oh, I didn't play it. I think I was like, yeah, I think I was too nervous to play it or something because we didn't play it. I'm like, yep, we didn't play it. It does have them on the cover. But I'll keep looking and stuff because I thought we played it. Like I know there's like 3. This will be the 3rd one. The second one I was on a red eye. So I know I didn't record that one. But I thought we recorded like the first one. I'm just gonna have to go through like all these videos and just see what the title is, you know what I mean? And I won't do that with you guys all on here. But I think that's all I really have for you guys for tonight. I have an early morning appointment tomorrow, so I won't keep you guys. An old female buddy. What? Pete, I'm from Ohio. Yeah, I don't think the act was done either. I think I don't think any acts were able to be. I think that I don't know. I just feel like if he was planning on doing that, I don't think that it happened because I don't think it went down the way it was supposed to go down. Me too, Machi. I mean, there's a lot of evidence, especially coming out. There's more evidence coming out every day. Okay, Tina. I actually, I don't know who it was that was talking about this earlier, but I do want to cover Bryan Schaefer. I think I'm going to do that case in like a pre-recorded though. Did you say someone put something in your drink, DM? Someone put something in my drink one time at a bar, and I know better. I knew better. My dad taught me. My dad taught me before I could even like go drink at the bar. My dad drank, so he would be like, Tanya, if anyone tries to, come up to you, make sure you always have your drink in your hand. If you sit it down for any reason, make sure you don't turn away from it, like all the things. And what did I do? I had my drink and I sat it like right here beside me, but I turned away for like 2 seconds. Like 2 seconds. And within like 20 minutes after I took one drink of that beer, I wasn't even drinking it fast or anything because I didn't want it. I remember that. I didn't even really want the drink, but I remember like taking a drink of it and then I don't remember the rest. My friend said that they had to like take me back to their house. They had to carry me on their shoulder and yeah. So always keep your drinks covered. They have like little things that you can put now like over your drinks to keep them like they're like little fashionable things, that you can like put on your drinks that you can like so that nobody could put anything in there, which is good. Plus, no flies or anything can fly in your drink. If you're outside during the summer, you don't want to fly in your drink. So, you know. It was water DM? Dang. They got the girl with the water. Maybe they thought it was vodka. Vivian said it's how we have to have our drinks watched. It is, and it's really sad. They don't do that to men. We don't do it to men. No, I mean, no, okay, I'm not gonna say that we don't, because I mean, there are women I'm sure out there that have. Because, it's, women and men are, we're quite a lot the same in some ways. But I've never heard of any girl ever being like, I'm gonna go roofie this guy's drink tonight. It's just mostly the other way around. But it can happen to anybody, yeah, at any time. Because I wasn't even that inebriated or anything to, like, and I don't ever drink now, but for that to ever happen to me again. But I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. I mean, I woke up the next day and was like, it took me a minute to even realize where I was at, because I was like still not feeling right. See, Pete, that's what we did. I always usually took my drink like wherever I went with me, or I would finish it before I had to go to the bathroom. But that was just, I just turned around, and I just shouldn't have turned around. I should have been in my hand. Oh yeah, they have strips. That's what I was thinking of, is she, yeah, that you can check it, like if you do feel like, or if you ever are at a bar, I used to be a bartender, coming from somebody that bartended for years, more times than no, if you have a full drink, pretty much it's like a full drink, or, half or more, and you go up to the bar and you say, hey, I think somebody might have slipped something in my drink. Do you mind just getting rid of this one? Or, is there a way I could get another one? Normally they'll give you another beer. They'll just be like, oh, of course. And they'll take the beer out of your hand and they'll give you a fresh one, and, none the wiser. Usually bartenders are pretty good about that. As just don't like abuse it where you're drinking half the drink and you keep going up to the bar, saying that you think your drink has been messed with. But if you do it like one time, normally, the bartender will be like, oh, sure, of course. Like I would never, if that happened to me, I would, I thought if that ever happened to me and I was a bartender at the time, I would give a fresh drink. So, do you think the police in the corner lied to the public that none of the victims experienced SA? Um, yeah, I think that they did. I think that they told the public, or I think they told the public the truth, that there wasn't. I don't think he had time in a way. And I also think that if he wanted to, I think it would have been with Maddie. And I think that Kaylee ran in there too fast for anything to even, for like that to happen. You know what I mean? That's in my opinion anyway. But with the more evidence that comes out, we're going to know. We'll find out. Yeah. Hey, I replaced your drink 3 times tonight. Yeah. Like, whoop. Oh, like, oh, whoops, that's okay. But I'm gonna jump off here. I have like I said, an early doctor's appointment tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. It's not, it's just right here. It's it's literally from there to here. It's over the computer. So yeah, and I think that's why there was so much rage towards Kaylee, because I think she was interrupting whatever he wanted to do with Maddie. Maybe not SA necessarily, but it could have been just like sitting there watching her sleep, maybe, or he wanted to unalive her and then just kind of watch her. There's people, there's crazy people out there. These aren't my PJs though. I did wear them with jeans earlier today. I was like, I'll dress this shirt up. Yours happened in 89? That's when they put Bundy to death. I always remember that now. I don't know why. I always will though. Yeah, every bartender will replace a drink. Yeah, they will. They're usually really cool about that stuff. Especially like just any bar is really cool. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not those real expensive drinks. But thanks, Machi. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm gonna I've got the dogs in here, so I really don't have to do much of anything. Sleeping once, and this one's snoring. I'm like, people could hear her. If you heard snoring earlier, it wasn't me. It was the dog. I'm gonna blame you for that forever. And Vincent wants a mini horse, apparently. He he got a hold of a video, and I don't know if my brother's listening tonight because he didn't get in the chat, but my brother used to have a mini horse, and I'm like, you guys are two in the same. And I said, we have one. Her name's Mia. Thanks, Machichi, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. We made over 100 likes. Thank you very much for liking the video, everybody. I love that. I appreciate that so much. I do. Thank you guys all for being here tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Actually, nope, I lied. Not the same time. I'm going to come on at like 10 o'clock, 10:15, something like that. I'll come on right after pretty much the Dateline episodes. So we'll do 10:15, and I'll take notes, and I'll, you know, maybe I could even like cut down parts of the video. Maybe I could do that. If I did that, maybe they wouldn't clip me. But if you are looking for like some Kohberger stuff and you're just like, man, I just really, really, really want to watch some more Kohberger stuff, I'll put you a link. Hold on a second. I'm messing stuff up around here. Okay. Because Long Crime just came out with a video earlier, and it says Kohberger loses big as evidence is revealed. And I think it's just about the stuff that we went over yesterday. So I'll put that in there. But I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys all here tomorrow if you're available. If you're not, I'll see you this weekend. But have a wonderful Friday, everybody. I'll see you guys all later. Have a good night. Bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in us. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Tonight, we gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it out. Just like a spark that's breaking out, can't make a stop.